receptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires on the run. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Ducks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Dante Moore, he's coming. Moore with the play fake. That's caught. It's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, ball. And
snags it down the right side. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Allison Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, give on the inside. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Caught behind the line. It's Barney. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Gives it on the option. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Pulls it on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. Floats it out in space. And Boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just
understood the down the distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They booted away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll go play action with Moore. That's caught. It's Cooks. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Throwing Moore. Gets it out fast.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
So now it's second and long. Force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Now facing a third and long. Moore from the gun on third down.
That's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He makes the catch at the 10. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Now by a touchdown, and we'll see if they can get on the board with this drive. To the air, it's Colandrea. Looking left. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against main coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So
he's got it way down the field. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. So much for the members' bounce. They get a break on the road here.
And how about that for this offense? The worst thing you could do when you're on the road is ignite the home crowd. This offense got a nice break early and a chance to not rouse up this crowd early in the game.
And the Huskers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls it in, it's Hunter. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Got a man, it's Mills. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
The Huskers have it in scoring position on first and goal. The option, the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They march 78 yards down the field, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Behind the chains now on second and long. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun on third down, Dante Moore. They get to him as he throws.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a hit.
Why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on... And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Dante Moore under fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running inside, it's Davison. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Gets the back moving. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see what he can do with it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Hand off from the shotgun. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. Quick toss. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Unloads quickly. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Huskers will punt this one away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. The run inside. It's Davison. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Moore. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Shoots it to the left. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They've got the screen set up. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw again. The quick out, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Keeps it himself. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as his defense forces a 4th down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit, and they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in win this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Runs through the tackle. Runs through, man. He might have space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Here's Moore to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get locked.
Got it in stride inside the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's got it again. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Ducks!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This one's complete. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Huskers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Looking downfield very late in the half. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. Got enough for the first. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the green is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the number 1 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's LSU in a little bit of hot water right now. They're down. I know we haven't even hit halftime, but anytime the number 1 team in the country is losing, that's headline news. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game inside Autzen Stadium in Eugene. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
I caught up with the Ducks head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he's wrestled to the ground. This is motion from the back. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. On target over the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Throwing Moore. Slings it downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw. When I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Davison. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field, but this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on.
Big guy tries to go in, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Oregon! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Running inside, it's Ives. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give out of the gun. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Fires left. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field. The Huskers will call on their punt team. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been...
Snagged in, there's running room. Touchdown Ducks! All into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them.
Number 39, sets a kickoff.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. The keeper on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Well, the running back made the catch, but that was only part of the equation. He was out of bounds. It's incomplete. Third down.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
He turns that loose down the right side. Leaping grab for a big gain. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots.
Makes the grab and room to run. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Trying play action. Rushes on him. Working that left side now. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks, and what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it down the middle. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking for space. It's Davison. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and look for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. That's reeled in, it's Barney. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the 2nd half. This is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that
There's a crease. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Timeout, Oregon.
The Huskers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Off the play fake. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback keep. Powers through. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown!
And he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
Number 27, set to kick it off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll send the back in motion. Got the first down himself. There he goes. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Finds his man. It's Johnson. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. The run inside. It's Davison. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick release on the RPO. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Gets away from one. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, certainly. It puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Back to pass. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. As if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Flips it out in the flat. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's Calandria. Got a man. It's Hunter. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Looking long. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Snagged out of the air. Turning it on. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Wants to throw again. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Across the 45. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The snap sets up the throw. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Makes the grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
In the red area, it's Ives. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd second and goal. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on it. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Slams ahead. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
They'll line up to go for 2. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. He's got it, so they convert the 2 and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. The team is rallying around their quarterback. He has been terrific today. Every time he comes off the field, they're patting him on the back, making sure he knows that he is their guy. His performance has been stellar. Not a big surprise, but still, the way he's shown up and shown some composure and poise, the guys are rallying and loving what they're seeing from their QB. Nice.
Okay, Holly. Running inside. It's Davison. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Might as well stick with him. Maybe a crease. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And that's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The sure hands, it's Hooks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
They got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing around.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses, but this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.